It's Matt, and this is my Martian review. Alright, when this movie was, the previews were showing, I wasn't really that, looking into it that much because there was other bigger movies coming out, so this was kind of in the back of my mind, but, as me and my friends were hanging out, while the previews were showing on TV, and I'm like, okay, this looks pretty interesting, and I know it was a book beforehand by, Andy Weir, I want to say it was his name, don't quote me on that. I think it was his first novel, but, I will read it for sure. So I got interested. I'm like, okay, it looks pretty good. I love sci-fi movies. Ever since Interstellar, I'm just like craving for more because there hasn't been really a lot since Interstellar, like sci-fi related or like outer space or just not like not the sci-fi like aliens and stuff, but like sci-fi, like real life sci-fi, like an example would be Gravity, like something that could actually happen maybe, or like you're just out in space trying to fix something and just like in that movie, a storm hits and you're just stranded and you're trying to just survive. So it's very refreshing to see those because, like I said, when you think sci-fi, you think like aliens, Star Wars, adventures in the galaxy, fighting evil, the evil forces of the galaxy, and The Martian was a very refreshing take on the sci-fi genre that's not like fantasy-like or like alien-like. So anyway, the movie I thought was very good, a very solid movie. I liked how it got straight to the point. For example, like Interstellar, it took a while to get to like the meaty stuff of the movie, the stuff you really want to see. It took like, I want to say 30 minutes to get the backstories of the characters. It was a slow burn, but it led to some great stuff. Martian, they're on Mars right away. The storm hits, he's stranded, they think he's dead. He has to start surviving right away, and it's just like, I like that. I liked how, because it can get kind of boring sometimes when like movies do that and you like really just want to see what happens. Like I thought for certain the movie was going to start like with him in NASA, showing his family and stuff, showing them about to be preparing for the mission, then like maybe like near the middle of the movie he gets stranded on Mars, but nope, it's right away, so I was really happy about that. Basically the movie shows him just trying to survive, waiting for help, and then like it switches back and forth between him and the people from NASA trying to figure out what to do. Should they do anything? Like what possibilities there are for him to get rescued? Are they going to make it on time? Just like that. And I really like to see that process, that like their mindset and process on what they're going to do to save him. And it was pretty interesting, some of the stuff they come up with. And yeah, so it's a happy ending. I'll say that. It's not like they don't get to him, he dies, the end, horrible ending, you're devastated, you're crying. No, he gets rescued, and yeah, that shouldn't be a spoiler. Like it seems like from the previews it wouldn't be like it's a very down movie. There are some emotional parts, but it's not like sad at all. But yeah, so he survives. He gets off the planet. I'll just get that off right away. Acting wise, Matt Damon. I was not a big fan of Matt Damon. Well, I liked him, but I'm not like the biggest fan of him. And this movie made me a fan. He was super good in the role. He might get nominated. It might be a really tough race this year. I'd like if he's nominated, but I don't know if he's going to or not. So we'll see. So there's a lot of big contenders this year. Other movies coming out later in the year that I want to see, like Steve Jobs, Michael Fassbender, Leo DiCaprio in The Revenant. I think he's gonna win this year for the Oscar for that movie. Who else? Johnny Depp for Black Mass. So it's pretty big powerhouse actors in these big powerhouse roles. So I think Matt Damon could possibly slip in with them and possibly be nominated. So I wouldn't be mad. But he pretty much carries the movie. Like it's him and then the rest of the cast basically, and he's in the majority of the film because he is the Martian. So the rest of the cast was pretty good. No weaklings, I don't think. It was a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time. Jeff Daniels, Kristen Wiig, surprisingly. I think this is like her first non-comedy film, and she did good. Who else? Donald Glover from Community. He was cool. Jessica Chastain. She's like in all the sci-fi movies. She was in Interstellar. And yeah, I love her so much. I love redheads. I just do. I love Nicole Kidman. They're just gorgeous. And Jessica Chastain is one of my favorite recent actresses, and she was very good. There was Sebastian Stan, who played the Winter Soldier. Just a really big cast of well-known and relatively well-known actors that just really did a really good job. So, what else can I talk about? Yeah, basically his ways of trying to survive was very fascinating and interesting. He's a botanist, so he grows food. He finds this like machine that helps him communicate back to NASA. And that was pretty cool how he did that. And just some really cool scientific stuff. And my friend told me it was all scientifically correct. So that's pretty cool. I love when movies actually try to make some realistic plot devices happen and not rely on stuff that you know is not real. Like I think a big example of this was the movie Lucy, where about the whole 20% of our brain powers, whatever. I don't really pay attention to that. I thought that was entertaining, but a lot of people are like, it's not true, it's not right, it's not scientifically right. So anyway, that was an entertaining movie, so I'm not gonna go into that. I liked that anyway. It was visually stunning. I really want to know where they filmed, because that was some pretty good landscaping. It looked